So I am about to go live, do a cloud pour. I spent a good hour probably about 2 hours mixing paint so that I could do this pour, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that it looks much better. Before I went live, it had a little foggy look to it. All right, well, let's go in. Let me see, should I make this a little closer? I don't know. I think I better leave it alone. All right, well, so I'm doing a cloud pour, and I think for a little bit I'm going to turn the light on, and then I'll turn it off later when I want you to see better. Let me see if that made a difference. Yeah, I feel like it made a huge difference. But I already know what's going to happen. Once I get the paint down, this big light is going to glare off of it. And, yeah. So anyway, I'm not using a swipe catalyst. I'm just doing a cloud pour. My goal is to, I know I swiped this already. I'll wipe this off. My goal is to use this cloud mix. It's a mixture of cloud mix and a teeny bit of other blues. So it's a really light sky blue color. So the goal is to layer this around, probably in figure eights or something, and then mix this in it, and then swirl either with this one or this one, I'm not sure, but swirl probably this one, just so that I have some of this that won't have this blue in it, but I want to kind of mix them up, so it'll be like a little, you know how you get ice cream, the vanilla and the orange, and it's got like a little swirl, or the raspberry and the vanilla. That's what I'm trying to do on the canvas, make a nice little swirl. I just realized something. I need to pull this canvas over this way so I can pour. Let me make sure it's in. Okay, you're in. I hope everybody had a beautiful day. I had a nice day. I have this vitamin that I take that gives me energy, and so I took that and I did laundry. I have to go away to my father's funeral out of town, and so my new apartment has a laundry room, but they don't allow you to have a washing machine. So I had to. Did I give it away or throw it out? I can't even remember. But anyway, so I had to go through that today with my energy. Then they have canvases on sale, 70% off. Never had that before. So I had to go get them, because by the time I come back, they'll probably be off sale. So I ran and got those, because I'm going to start actively selling my paintings. I've had people say, "Hey, are you selling your paintings?" And I say, "Yeah, I sure am." But I haven't actively, done things. Like even my store, I paid somebody to start it. They never did it. I got caught up writing grants. So now I don't know, probably 100 paintings um, that I need to sell. So just to make room, because I'm literally running out of room, which is fine, but I'm probably going to put them on sale. So I'm just going to come in on my other phone. Can you see it? Yeah. I'm going to come in, and then I'm going to share. Where am I? What am I looking for? I think I'm going to come in under my other name, because I can't see it properly when I go under my name. It shows me differently than what you guys see. I was saying to myself, where am I going again? Totally forgot. And there's so many Andrea Clintons, Andressa. Like, why not just go to, like, I go here enough, you know what I mean? All right, we'll be getting started shortly. soon as this thing stops playing with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, I guess you guys are all wondering. You go to, where am I? You go to Andrea's Art and Entertainment, right? And then you see me live. I have to turn down my audio. Most there'll be a clash of the Titans. All right. No, I have an issue. I have something. I just truly. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Give myself some hearts. But I have a thing where I have to put that little emoji with the girl and the heart. I'm gonna get started because if you come on and you're watching this live, you're likely going forward ahead, which is fine. I encourage you to go ahead. I'm thinking about painting my edges, but then I'm saying like, but why? But I think I'm going to paint them because if I have just enough paint, I don't have to worry about my edges because they're painted. So I'm just gonna go over them real quick. Won't take me long. So anyway, what are you guys up to? What's happening in the news? I have to step away sometimes because, with all of the threats. I hope I'm not stepping in front of the camera. With all of the threats and the talk of nuclear, it's very scary. And when I start watching it, I like really go in. I watched the Young Turks and Danny, I think it's Danny Fang or High Fang, and I really like to watch him because he literally talks to all of the he talks to the generals and the people who had positions in the military or with all the different presidents, because some of them had positions, whether it was a Republican or Democrat president, they just kept them on. And so they know and they tell you what it is. So I like watching Danny Fang or Fang. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I like watching him because I get to hear from the people who know and not the bloggers or the YouTubers who just want likes and they want to scare you and put all kind of AI stuff. One of the men who speaks, I forget his name, is something Scott. I literally saw a whole YouTube. I think I saw about 5 minutes before I realized that it was AI. And when I started, because I was just daydreaming, sometimes when I sit down to watch, it takes me a minute to mentally get there, with what's going on. And then finally, probably about 3-4 minutes in, if not a little longer, I said, wait a minute, is this AI or is this real? Because his body movement, it was throwing me off, and I didn't notice it at first, but then I started noticing, and I said, wait, is this AI? Did I get hacked? Did I get taken? And so I watched him, and it was pretty good, but his body movement was not right. It wasn't normal. And so, because the first thing I look at, if you're a filmmaker like myself, then the first thing you're looking at is jump cuts, or, like in the editing where they may have cut and spliced it or whatever. I think that's a good way to say it to people who are not into film. So that's what I was looking for. And but this person was pretty good, so they almost got it off. I almost fell for it, for the okey doke. But like I said, I was able to peep it. So I hurried up and left because I didn't appreciate being taken for a ride, if you know what I mean. So then all of a sudden, I couldn't believe nothing that was said because I'm like, if you lie and making me think this was actually Mr. Scott, I forget his first name, then you'll probably lie to me about what the news is about. And they did, because they said that Russia surrendered. This country took over that country, and it was just so many bogus lies. And I was like, I sat up there, I was mad because the information that they give, you would have thought that I listened for about 20 minutes or something, because it was like heavy, heavy, heavy. You know, like oh, this, you know, it almost was selling us a dream that the wars were over and they're putting it behind and all that kind of thing. Only going to be lies. And many of us just want to kind of get on with our life, you know, not worry, not feel bad for other people in other countries and feel helpless. Yeah, I'm projecting. That's how I feel bad for other people in other countries, but I feel helpless. But I'm not powered with prayer, right? All right, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'm gonna close this pane up. Hopefully, I don't need it, but if not, I won't even use this one. I may use that one if I need to pour some on the side, just so that I can pour off. I see this has some white in it. For some reason, this keeps sticking it up, and I'm putting it has to be thin. This stick, well, you know what? It could be because I put the flow trough. All right, so I'm gonna put on my apron and then I'm gonna get started pouring. And I don't paint my sides often, but I said I'm gonna start because sometimes, especially lately, for whatever reason, I don't like the way that my sides look sometimes. And then I think more so than anything, I'll pour it off my sides, right? And then when I go to, I pour it off my sides, and if I missed it and I try to go touch it up, it doesn't match 100%. But I know the times in the past when I painted my sides, if that happened, I didn't have to do anything because there was already some paint there. And sometimes it looked nice, sometimes it was like, no, I'm gonna have to put some paint there. So right now I'm just cleaning this, and then I'm gonna take these out, actually mix them up real good, and then take these out. I had to make this cloud pour really thick because for me, and if you saw my other video, you'll saw, oh my goodness, you'll see where I said that the recipe calls for your cloud mix to be thicker than your other paints. So this is a light magenta, and it is by Artist Log. I wanted to try it because if it looks as pretty and works as much as good as the others, then I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep using it and not switch up. But if it's not as good, then I'm gonna go to Liquitex or Amsterdam. But what was I saying? Yeah, for some reason when I do the cloud mix, when I make, so the recipe calls for the cloud mix to be thicker than the colored paint. But when I do it, I get a really heavy clouds, which I don't mind it, but I want fluffy clouds. I want them to, look like the clouds, where sometimes you can almost see through them. And I don't get those when I make my cloud mix thicker. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna do everything like they tell you. I started to do a test on a smaller canvas, but I'm gonna do what they say and see if I like the way it turns out. But in the past I didn't. But I'm gonna, So this is thick. This is my really light sky blue. It's leftover a cloud paint with some leftover blues that had some cloud mix in it and sweat. And one of them was an actual sky blue satin enamel that I have. And guess what? I have a gallon of paint, satin enamel. These things cost $25. I can't find it. And I know I had it because when I got ready to pour it into one of the cups, it was so thick. I was like, and you probably see it in another video. I was like, oh, I should have mixed that. And I ended up having to scrape it because I didn't mix it. I can't find the paint. I think this is a paint burglar. I think so. Just like when I went to the laundromat, I had about 18 towels, and then I looked, and I only had like about maybe 8. And I'm like, what the heck? And then my son said the same thing happened to him when he went to the laundry. I'm like, what is there, like a towel burglar? Like, what's happening? Anyway, this is my cloud mix. This is what I will be mixing it with. It's like a blue-gray, more blue than gray. These are the colors that I will be swiping with. And I think, I don't want to put the blues by each other. I think I want to do I think this is like a bluish green, but it's more blue. Or is it a blue-gray, but more blue? Because this is a blue-gray, but it's a light blue-gray. This is a darker, but it's more blue. This is a light magenta. And this is a cloud mix, just like this one, but I put some extra blue in there. I don't know if I put some extra blue or if it was, I don't know, but it's a little cloud mix in the blue. Yeah. So I'm not sure how it's gonna do with this, but we'll see. I probably should mix that, right? Since it's already cloud. No. Let's stick to the plan. Alright, so let's get ready to do our figure 8. Just give me a second. My phone, at 11 o'clock, my phone turns blue and it drives me nuts. I mean, black and white, and it drives me nuts. Because I have a really nice purple color in there. Alright, you guys ready? I'm not ready. I kind of almost forgot that I'm supposed to put this whole thing down. I was thinking that I was doing like before, where I would put another color in those pockets. So I'm gonna put that there. All right. And I'm not supposed to use this whole thing. I got a little bit more than my instructions say, but I did it on purpose, and hopefully not to my detriment. So I'm going to save some over here to the side in case me being hard-headed is not going to be to my advantage like I think. All right, and then I'm going to swirl this in, and then I'm going to layer those 3 and swipe them in. But I'm not going to swirl this so that I have no white. I'm talking to myself. I'm not going to swirl this so that I don't have any lighter cloud pour. I had to say that because the last time I did it. See, it's starting to react already. That's a good thing. And the reason why I said that is because I need to be able to swipe when I lay these down. I need to be able to swipe them over some of the cloud core. And I have some more off to the side because I personally don't think I have enough. But listening to, I wrote my instructions down based on other people's uh, who've been doing this for a long time, based on theirs. I didn't want to trust mine anymore. The last time I set up, the next time I was going to follow their instructions and see. But it doesn't seem to work for me. But this time, we're going to see. So when I layer these down, let me see. I'm going to do this. What's going to happen? But it's okay. And this is a little thinner, so I'm a little afraid. But I'll put it on the outside. And so maybe I'll put it on the inside. See, this one, I added another satin enamel too. That's why it stopped looking like this and started looking like that. I'm gonna move this back here, out the way. I have to talk it out. I promise you. Some of this is for you, some of this is for me. Because sometimes my brain, I just start doing whatever instead of what I set out to do. And then I get disappointed when it doesn't turn out the way I want it. So I'm trying to not fall into that category today or tonight. I'm glad that I already have somewhat of a reaction. It's very telling. Just mixing up the one and the report in the middle. So laying it down so I can swipe. I have a few people, they get the notice, but I still like to sometimes send it to them. All right, I'm almost done. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I'm back. Lay that down. I'm gonna add a little bit more because sometimes that pink gets washed away. I used to, think that you had to do it all neat, and I saw someone just kind of not douse it, but almost for what this is. It was almost like they doused it, and it came out to me much better. I'm sorry, I'm just filling that little gap right there. You know, for these little gaps. Just has something. And I probably didn't need it, but all right. So this is my little Mickey Mouse spatula. Normally I use these two, but I always ignore this one that I purposely bought to use, and I have not used. So I said today I'm going to use it to swipe it, and let's see what happens. Again, taking it over the satin enamel to see what type of reaction we get. So I'm just waiting to see what type of reaction, if any. If I get no reaction, I'm gonna be upset because I'm trying to follow you guys' recipe. I don't like this. I didn't realize, well, I didn't pay attention. This has like a little hump right there, so I can only use like that much of the swipe. So I have to pay attention. I didn't pay attention to it the first time. For the heck of it, I'm gonna take this over here. And I see something right there. Look at that hard piece of something would have messed up the painting. It comes off the edge, sometimes the paint around the edge of the cup. I think I've said it before. I know I've said it before, but for those who may not have seen that, that's where it comes from. So I'm getting a little reaction there. I'm not liking this. I'm gonna try the other ones and see if I get a better reaction. I'm sure I probably will, just because. But okay, this was 99 cents. So I figured I would get it and try it. Something new. I'm always seeing people get something new and trying it with the whole swipe. And so I said, you know what, it's only 99 cents. Let's see. Might be fun. I might like it. And I'm trying not to use my swipe catalyst. So hopefully I don't have to. See, it's less that I have to use on wipe on my cloth when I put it on the paper towel. I mean on a brown paper. That's why I started buying that. So I'm getting a little reaction. I can't lie, I'm not getting the reaction that I wanted. I had more of a reaction when I mixed the blue. I think my paints are not thin enough. Let's try these two. Not much reaction. I don't like how that did. I'm gonna try. It's not giving me what I set out for. Nope. So I'm gonna add some more water and make these thinner. Because if they're not thinner, you're not gonna get a reaction. Because you're not gonna get they'll be too thick for the cloud for it to come through. So I add some more water. And it may not be reacting because some of them may, especially this one, has cloud mix in it. Although I did add some whatever you call that stuff. What did I add? Floetrol and some I don't know. But I'm making it thinner to see if I get a better reaction. And it's really thin too. Same with this one. And it's not even just water, it's my water. It's 90% water and 10% Floetrol. This is so thick. Oh my goodness. So I'm getting some reaction. It's just not the kind of reaction that I wanted, that I set out for. I'm trying to get my own recipe under my belt. I'm gonna stop, but I'm telling you, I don't think, no, I'm gonna add some more. I still don't think that's thin enough. It seems like this immediately, this is magenta, light magenta, and it seems like it immediately starts to thicken up. As soon as you add the water, it's like as soon as you stop stirring, it almost feels like it just starts getting thick again. Like it has its own mind. Hey, Jesse. I finally made it. I'm gonna add a little bit more water in here. Jazz, I almost took out my camera and pre-recorded it, but I think I'm starting to fall in love with going live. I think I like it better than trying to do that. Well, you know, if I did that, I could put an intro and all that good stuff. But this way, I don't have an intro, but I'm starting to really like it. Just coming on live, you know. All right. So I can tell from mixing this that I have Floetrol and the pouring medium in there because the way that they mix. Let's come up here on top. Let's see if this does better. See, that's the way I saw someone do it before. I don't know if you were here, Jazz, when I said I saw someone kind of douse it. They did it like that, and it started having a chemical reaction even before they swiped. And then when they swiped, it looked really nice. So I think I'm going to use this one since that kind of did it like that. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do it like that, if I want to bring it over, or if I want, maybe I'll do half and half. Let's see. I'll bring it this way. I don't know what happened. I stopped because I think I was too much on the surface. giving me a reaction, but I should have. I don't know what I did. I don't know. Something happened, but I felt like almost like I was about to slide up. That's why you don't really see any color there. It's like when I got about right there, I don't know what happened. No, I said I was gonna go over. The blue took over. That's why I don't like doing it that way. But the other one, seeing, I was gonna say, the burgundy will pierce through. It's just that if you wanted it to show like here and there, bringing that blue over, it kind of takes away from that. So how about we do this right here, and then this. So we take that over the top, and I'm gonna try this knife. Let me see what you said, Chad. I changed the angle. Yeah, I probably did. Oh, you know what? Oh, but look, it's starting. It's starting to react. Now this isn't. Let me see. Let's see what happens. What chemical reaction that does. But I'm gonna bring this over. I'm so glad that y'all are far away because my stomach is acting up. And it's just digesting food. It digests so weird and loud. Good grief. But it sounds like I'm starving over here. I'm gonna see what happens there. And meanwhile, I'm gonna take this that way. Why are you laughing, Jazz? Let's see. I hate to go too far over with it. Once that color that I really wanted starts to go away, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pour some of this and then go that way. See what happens. Instead of putting it on the canvas, I'm gonna put it on the knife. It's so thin though. Let's do it here. I'm gonna torch, see what kind of reaction. It's not giving me what I wanted. See that chemical reaction when I put that heat on it? Mm. Now, let me see if I do this blue. Oh, you like that? When the heat. I'm gonna try this blue and see what happens. it's not even that I want it. I just want to see what happens. Let's try it right here. If I get a reaction. Sometimes I do that just so I can see what colors react. I had a painting that I did, and only one color reacted. The gold one was on one painting. Another painting, I think it was like a orange or something. So I just rocked out with that. I put the other one in as an accent since I had already started, and I just started putting that color down. So this isn't reacting. So I know that's not a reacting situation. Same even with the heat. So if that one's taking up space, you're just taking up space, taking up oxygen. All right, so let's try this dark blue. See if that's reacting. I'll do it right there because I know that's the original. Let me do it with a smaller knife. I said a smaller knife and I picked this big thing up. Now this one sometimes, I think if you saw me before, this one sometimes will give me some really good swipes. I think it's because it's really thin, but I was looking for this one. Let's see what happens. It's reacting. Yep. All right, you can stay. You can stay in the party. So this one's out of here, but this had cloud court in it, so I'm not surprised. If I need to, maybe I'll put it around the edges or something. But as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me see something. Where's the empty space? And it's a shame, but this is what I have to do sometimes, just so that I can see what's working and what's not, what's giving me chemical reactions and what's not. It's starting. But not getting anything in here. So the blue and the magenta going over this one works. See? So I'm gonna put this on there, half of this and half of the magenta. Can you see it? Sometimes I think I'm in it and I'm not. Oops. That kind of took over. It's okay. All right. I didn't mean to. I like that right there. So I'm good now. I know what's going to do it. It's going to be, this turned out really nice. So I can actually take the magenta over the light parts, like the magenta alone. I don't mind the dark blue, so I'll put it in some spots, but I really want that magenta to show up, to be the star of the show, as I like to say. You like that? Okay. All right, I'm only gonna do a couple of more swipes. I feel like I need to do something right there. I'm gonna get rid of this dark. Wait, this was the one that those two reacted on, so I need to finish that up. Hmm. I want to do that again. Look how nice that turned out. Oh wow. Oh. Right, let me do the same thing. That blue. Can you see me over here? Right, let's see. I don't know if you can see me or not, because I'm looking at on my phone. So I put the blue here, and I'll put the magenta next to it, just like before. I hated to do that, but the last time I stopped, I got that. So I'll let that sit, and then I'll go over it with the torch. And I feel, okay, I feel like I need something here. Probably that blue, right? Let's see. Let's see what this one does. I just did that to accent, since I have so much of this burgundy now. Oh, look how that did. Because I left it alone. That is nice. I feel like I want to come through here. All right, I did this. Ah! Can't believe it. I was trying to go light to not go so hard, and I lifted it all the way up. Hopefully it still turns out looking nice. Because it got like a little bit of a gradient. Because this is so light, it's not like the other ones. See, this is thicker. Look at that. And this is even thicker. This is light because it's smaller, but it's still not lighter than this one. So This one is good, but I think this is better if I have thicker paints because look, it's not even giving me as much right there. So it may not even do the same, although I do see some reaction starting to happen. But that thing was literally in the air. I went from there to there, and that's why I said, no, go back, do it. Don't think, just go do it. Okay, I think I want some more of that. He said no scraping tonight. Yeah, no, I won't. I don't think I'm gonna scrape tonight. It's not the goal. Definitely not the goal. I'm not messing with that right there because that was nice. That was gorgeous. This didn't give me the reaction I wanted, so I'm gonna go over that again. But it's time to pour because this paint is not gonna keep waiting for me to be happy. See, I did this one. Let's do it here. I found I have to stir it often also. Because it seems like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it just seems like it separates. It's a reaction starting, but they're very tiny. All right, I feel like I need some more of this. So I think I need to, let me see. Maybe I come this way. Yeah. Let me see what happens if I put this down. And you know what? Might as well take chances. Play with it a little. What did I say? This way, right? Okay. This one didn't give me much of a reaction. For whatever reason, this got really thin. I don't know why. See? I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna this is my magenta right here, and it's really thick. So I'm gonna add some more to thicken that up. Because I don't understand what's happening. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. swipe with it, but it's too thick. It would just make goo. Oh, you said I'm going in and out choppy? Hopefully this is thick enough. I know I made it thinner, but I don't like how that's looking. And I don't know why it looks like that. And to make it so bad, I'm trying not to scrape. Just letting you know. Trying not to. But I don't know why. I initially started to do a cup and pour it. But I said, no, I want to layer it. But I'm not liking how it's looking. But even that didn't even give me much. Hopefully, even if that doesn't react, it's okay because at least I have that color on me. I like that color. That's gonna pour off over there. I don't want to come through here because that's nice. I don't want to go through there because that's nice. I never made it to go there, so let's see. Because I run out. So let's put some down there. Let's see, if I didn't add some more there, I would have run out. I think because it's so thin. This looks good right here. I wish I would have paid attention to it. I think I layered them and then I came this way. I wish you could see up close. Oh my goodness. When this stretches out, audio only. Okay. Can you hear me now? I have a mic in there for my iPad. I have to set it up because the one that I had that I was ready with, I can't find the connector piece to go to the iPad. Let me see. Oh no, I'm in the Matrix. All right. Do I sound like I'm in the Matrix now? Let me see if I turn this up. Oh my God, my audio was down real low. Do it sound better now? Oh my goodness, the audio was turned all the way down. Like, Oh my goodness. All right. All right. I'm getting ready to bring this on home. What did I do there? I laid this down, right? And then I put this over it. And then I put this over that. I hate to mess that up. All right, so I'm gonna come this way and try not to mess that up because that looks cute too. There's some nice cells here. I hate when the good stuff is close to the end. Oh, that's why sometimes I just want to paint. Like I just want to swipe in the middle and call it a day. Because I hate when the beautiful stuff happens and then you got to pour it off. Like I know some of this is gonna go off. I wish I could show you. This is even though it's the two light colors, there's not much pink in there at all. It's a lot of cells there. This looks good right there. I don't know what happened. Sometimes the more that you come, like, and the paint starts to wear off, the thinner the paint gets, that's when you get the reaction. That's why I made it thin, but this looks good, but it's gonna get distorted. I'm almost positive. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna do this. Wait, where am I gonna come? Ooh, I don't want to mess nothing up. I think I'm gonna come here. I was not gonna mess that up. All right, I'm getting ready to I'm gonna do something right there, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I think I'm gonna do it lengthwise. All right, it's time to. Look, no reaction. I don't think mixing, if I would have just did the cloud pour, I think I would have got better reaction. But I think by me mixing that cloud pour, I think I kind of messed up a little bit. It's starting to be a little reaction. All right, I think that's good enough. I have no empty space. Well, the empty space that I have, or the negative space I have, is going to pour off. All right. I'm not going to swipe that. I'm just pouring it so I have some color. And then if it does something, it just does its own thing. Oh, I rubbed in there. Yeah, you're back. I see you. Oh my goodness. Jeez. I don't know. YouTube been kind of bugging lately. Actually, all of social media's been bugging. All right. This is it. We're getting ready to pour. And this looks good right here. I'm gonna try not to pour that off. That's gonna go, but I got that, so I'm good. Hopefully I can stop there. I love all of that. So hopefully I'll put this in so I can save that. This is gonna come off. That got kind of cute down there, but it's gonna come off. All right. And I put on the wrong shirt. This is one of my favorites, but I painted in it one day, and then I got grease on it another day, and I convinced myself it wasn't gonna come off. And so, yeah. All right, I'm gonna move these out the way. Sometimes I try to leave them up there in case I need to grab them. Hopefully you heard me. Did you hear me? Do I still sound choppy? get kicked out again. I think I see you. All right, I'll move these to the side out the way so I can have all this space to pour. Stretch this thing out rather. The only thing I need here is my tweezers. So if I see something. Oh, okay, it's YouTube. All right, Jazz, I'm scared. Ah, I'm scared. I hate the moment of truth. All right, let me think what I said. I know that's gonna come off. I want this. So when I get ready to pour this, okay, it's good if I'm right here because then I can see. I need some more paint down here. Jazz, I get so scared. Uh, so I'm gonna do that end, since I'm close to here, I'm gonna do down here because I wanna make sure that I stop, that I don't pour that off. But when it's time to do over here, I think I'm gonna come over down, stand down there. Because I don't mind this right here. I don't have to sacrifice something, but that is too gorgeous to go anywhere. So when it's time to do it here and there, I think I'm gonna stand over there. Oh God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay. All right. And I've seen people do this size before. And when they do, they hold it like a pizza. Oh, and I'm not trying to do that. Oh God, I'm so afraid. You see me, Jazz? I'm so afraid because I don't want to lose certain things. Okay, let's go ahead on over. Okay, we're gonna go this way first. It's moving too fast. Damn, it's moving too fast. In the middle. All right, I'm gonna go this way. I hated to do that, but I did not want all that magenta to go off. Let's see. So this is not going to hold up. It's not going to hold up. I'm going to go down there and stretch this off, but I'm probably going to swipe there because it's not going to hold. So I'm just bringing it back in to take it down there. So I'm pausing because I know I'm going to take some of that off. Well, I'm going to stretch it down this way, and to try to preserve some of that, I'll probably come over here first. I'll lose some of that, but it's okay because I have that. So what I'm trying to do while there's still a lot of paint on here is figure out how to make it the way I want it. And because once you start stretching and you go back and forth, so in other words, since I started pouring off down there, if I don't like something, I need to fix down there. Because if I stretch it off here and here, then, and I decide to go do something down there, when I get ready to move up here, I'm going to distort it. So it's better to just fix what I don't, I mean, if it's that bad. If it wasn't that bad, then I wouldn't worry about it, but this got really distorted, too much for my taste. So I'm thinking that's not too bad. I don't like that. See the zigzag, I don't do that. We don't do zigzags on this part of the time. So I'm gonna try to trace with my finger, because sometimes that helps. You know, normally my fingers are so big, but these gloves are really stretching out big. So if this works out, I can live with it. And then I don't have to disappoint you, Jazz. Because you know. Let me see. Then some of it, I know how it's going to dry. It'll have a chalky feeling, a chalky look that I don't like. Like, I don't mind that because it's blended. But if I wouldn't have done what I did, it would have, like right there especially, it has a certain type of a chalky look. It's like, it almost looks like it's cracking or something. All right. I'm gonna take it. Now that I did that, because I'm happy with that. I can live with that. I'm gonna take a chance and pour it off and see what happens. All right. I was like, where are my tweezers? Because I know I'm gonna need it. So I stretch it out, and the next thing you know, I see something hard or big in it, and see the satin enamel, it starts to dry like right away. I remember one day I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my corners, and that's when I learned satin enamel dries like fast. I'm hoping that this will stretch out nicely, and I don't get stuck with all of that. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this side first. I'm gonna go slow. Because if you go too fast, you can't control what's happening, and then it starts to run over itself. I think I might need to bring it back more. I don't like that. I'm definitely gonna add some more magenta. Okay. Yeah. Try to. No, I'm gonna have to pour it off. I tried. All right, I was able to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna have